Good morning. Good morning. Let me go live all over. And as I do, make sure you say hello and let me know that you're here. All right, and one more thing. Perfect. All right. Well, it is a glorious morning here in Georgia right now. We're expecting some really severe storms tonight, as a lot of people are, and maybe you're having some now. I don't know where you're at, but it's almost like the beautiful calm before the storm right now. Because when I went out walking this morning, it was just amazing because you could hear all the activity, the birds chirping, the winds blowing. You could hear the little squirrels, the little chipmunks. It was just like a symphony of sound as I was walking this morning. And of course, it was interrupted every now and then by a dog barking or something, but that's still a symphony of sound too, right? Um, but it was just amazing. And so I was spending a lot of time in gratitude this morning as I was walking. With the sky was just gorgeous. The temperature was perfect. It was just wonderful. So I was thanking God this morning that it was such a beautiful, beautiful day, because I know the storm's coming, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be ready for the storm, right? And then we'll come outside of the storm and everything will be glorious. So I don't know. That was just on my mind this morning to share how beautiful everything was. And I don't know. All I can hope is that you have a day that you can find a lot of beauty in it too. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share today's affirmation. Give me just a second. All right. So our affirmation is: I wake up today and every day with excitement and purpose, because every moment is an opportunity to grow, shine, and create something amazing. And like I said, when I went walking this morning, it was like this symphony of sounds. And it was like, and I was looking at the flowers are blooming and the trees are blooming. And, it was just amazing. And so when I woke up this morning, I'll be honest, when I first woke up, I thought I should have went to bed a little bit earlier because I'm feeling a little tired right now. But as soon as I got up out of the bed, it was like, oh, I get to do so much today. I have an agenda that is amazing, and I'm excited. And, there was a time in my life that when I would wake up, I would think, oh, another day. And it's such a different place to be, right? And so I invite you to just bring it out in you so that you wake up every day, not just today, but every day, with excitement and purpose. And every moment is an opportunity to grow, shine, and create something amazing. So just kind of look, how are you feeling about your day so far? Are you feeling excited that, there's all these possibilities, there's these things you get to do, and whether it's things that you would have chosen on your own or not, it's that you get to do them. So I've had many times that I worked for someone else, and sometimes it felt like drudgery going to work because I didn't really want to go. But I went anyway because I wanted the money, right? But if I had known what I know now, I could have reframed it to where I get to go do that so that I can get the money that I want to help to feed my family and have electricity and a house and do all the things I want to do. And that changes it. So I think it would be important for this little discussion here to think back, It's before my time, but during the Depression, there were people that were begging for jobs because there were no jobs anywhere, right? People were starving. They were having to be at the food kitchens. They were, if there was such a thing, I don't know, but I know there were long lines of people trying to get help. And they would have given anything to have been able to have a job. So if you have a job that you get to go to, even though it might be not be your dream job, but you get to go, you get to experience other people and you get a paycheck, then it's giving it a totally different flair, right? And so I just invite you to look at things with excitement and give it a purpose. And, one of the things that we've been doing in Rewrite Your Money Story is looking at how we react to money. And, there's so many times when a bill comes in and is like, but we've been reframing that about how we're supporting ourselves by, like, let's say it's the electricity bill. So the electric bill comes in and you get to pay it because by paying that, you have power. By paying that, you have supported the people that are printing out the bill. You are supporting people who are actually reading the meters. You're supporting people that are actually doing the activities in the offices to keep everything flowing. You're supporting so many people and their families by paying your bill, because that in turn goes into everything, right? And so we can change our perspective on anything we want to if we choose, right? So I'm just saying, if you've got anything that's just kind of up your crawl, so to speak, see if you can find a way to move it into it's an opportunity to grow, shine, and create something amazing. Wouldn't that feel better? And today is yours. You get to choose how it plays out. You get to choose how you feel as it plays out. Don't be a slave to circumstance. And I was even listening to somebody that I follow on YouTube this morning, and I think I'm really getting close to taking his course. But the thing is he was talking about how our memories are formed. And he was talking about, now I really lost my train of thought as soon as I said I was thinking about getting his course. Let me see, what was I going to? Oh, yeah. He was talking about how when we look back at our memories, most of the times our memories are not accurate at all. Our memories are something that we attach emotion to from the emotions that we had at the time. It is our interpretation of the events. And that's why you can have several siblings that actually experience the exact same thing, but they all have different memories about it. My sister and I have, either we're 2 years apart. She's 2 years older than me. However, we have very different memories about a lot of things that happened. And so 2 people, 5 people can experience the same exact event, but because of who they are and how they feel and their thoughts, their memory of it is very different. So you can create today however you want it to be. Choose to make it incredible. I've talked so many times about how we have 50 billion bits of information that come to us per second, right? And I also talk about how all those bits of information are way too much for us to handle everything coming to us. So our amazing brain has the ability of filtering out the things that aren't important to us. And how does it decide what's important to us? By the things we think, how we feel about things, hold on a second. I just remembered I didn't do this. Um, what we value, all of those things. It can be filtered from just the things that people have said to us when we were young of who we were, even as we grew up, right? But that's how we've determined the things that come to us. So let's say, for instance, you were a kid and you ended up stumbling and breaking something, and they started labeling you as the clumsy one. Yep, nope, don't let her carry that because she's going to drop it. She's the clumsy one, you know? And so all through your life, even though you might not think that, you do think that. And so you may avoid doing certain things because deep down inside, you're the clumsy one. And so you will start, your filtering system is going to have plenty of things in there to support the fact that you're the clumsy one. It'll be how many times you trip going up the steps. It will be the things that you drop. It'll be so much, but it is only because your filtering system is enabling you to think and feel and attract the things that support that. That's your bits of information, right? So you get to choose those bits of information by the things you think, you feel, right? So as you think about your day today with excitement and purpose, and that every moment is an opportunity to grow, shine, and create something amazing, you can have the most incredible day just because these are the thoughts that you're filtering your 2000 bits with. It changes things. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to have a perfect day. You might, and that's all interpretation also, right? What if at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you could say, today was a perfect day. I learned something, I grew, I became something more, I enjoyed, I loved, I laughed. Today was a perfect day. Just give it a thought, right? All right, so now I am realizing that when I cleaned my glasses this morning, I think I missed a spot right here. Because I keep feeling like I'm looking through something. And that's another little metaphor, right? For the fact that we are most of the time looking at life through our glasses that are smudged. We're looking at life through a filter of our beliefs. So let's move this stuff, right? All right, so let's get to the journal prompt. What is one thing, and you can choose more than one, I can do today to make it feel exciting and meaningful? What is one thing I can do today to make it feel exciting and meaningful? What do you think? What is one thing that you can do? I know I've got some people watching. If you want to say hello and pop something in the comments, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to stay just watching, that's okay as well. How can I bring more energy and intention into everything I do? Good question, right? How can you? By changing your thoughts you feel about things, that changes a lot of the energy, right? Because if you think about it, when you, I know I mention this quite often, but if you stub your toe and you're just having to hold your toe and it's painful and everything, that changes your energy, right? And if you hang on to that energy, more of your day is going to be painful like that. It's going to be more the things you don't want, right? Not to say your toe won't still hurt. It'll still hurt, but you can diffuse the energy, right? So on the other hand, if you have excitement and meaning and joy about whatever, that changes your energy too. Everything is energy. So if you're having a day that doesn't feel like the best day, it feels like there's a lot of shit going on, right? I don't know where you are in the world and I don't know what your day's like, but if it's had anything in there that didn't feel good, it's time to break that. So, as I always recommend, get out your notebook, your journal, put the date, the affirmation, the journal prompt. And then before you start journaling, you tap in to silence. Now, before you do that, I want you to say this stuff out loud. You write it down, you say it out loud, give it some feeling, not volume, but feeling. And then tap into your silence. Set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and just focus on your breath. And as the chatter starts happening in your mind, you bring yourself back to your breath. And what this does is it helps you to get in touch with your inner guidance, your God voice. And when you've spent 10 to 15 minutes in the silent space, you can actually hear your God voice, your inner guidance. And when you can hear it, then there's a connection between your brain, your heart, and your hand. And when you start writing out, there's going to be things that'll show up that would not have shown up otherwise, because you disconnect from this inner knowing when you're going from your conscious mind. You're just going from those limiting beliefs that you still have or that you have had. So we want to tap into that inner knowing, right? So write it out. What's one thing or even more that I can do today to make it feel exciting and meaningful? And just really breathe into that. I mean, what can you do? What will you do to feel exciting and meaningful? Maybe it's connecting with someone. Maybe it's by going and doing something today that maybe you haven't done in a while that brings you joy. I just had an amazing guest on my podcast yesterday, and she's just joined the Stand Up and Stand Out community. So I'm so glad to have her here. Susan Day, which I almost asked her about Partridge Family. So if you're old enough to remember Partridge Family, I think the one of the characters in it, I think it was Susan Day. That's what I thought in the moment anyway. However, she is an art therapist. And so she doesn't teach you art, she does therapy through art. And we had the most amazing conversation. So, what if you today, just to see if you could get your excitement and meaning up, what if you took out a pencil or some markers and some paper and just started squiggly lines, circles, diamonds, whatever you feel, just put it out on the paper and just let it flow. Release what's there. Feel the excitement and get into the meaning of things. And then how can I bring more energy and intention to everything I do? It starts with just getting the intention of, it's going to be an amazing day. Tonight when I go to bed, I'm going to have so many things to note of amazement, because you get to decide. And, sometimes opportunities show up as obstacles, and it's how we see them that either makes us happy or sad. And so just look at how you're viewing the things that you have in your world, and how can you make it better? How can you bring this amazing energy to everything that you do today. All right. So you have a day that's incredible. Find it, enjoy it, breathe it, write about it. Before I forget, or while I'm remembering, I'm trying to rephrase that. While I'm remembering, today at, what is it 3? At 3 p.m. Eastern is when we're having the Hustle and Flow party, which we are doing like a party about co-working space. I know it doesn't sound like it'd be a party, but you come anyway. We're going to have a great time, and you get to the information in the events section of the group, and it's going to be so fun. I can't wait to share it with you. So I would love to have you join us, if nothing else, to just check and see what the hell it's about, right? So come join us. And then, let's see. I'm trying to look. Oh, I wanted to invite one more invitation for the Find Your Story, because we are having on Sunday, we are my group, my little group, mine and Christine's group, are having a Find Your Story activation Zoom meeting on Sunday. And it's going to be so cool. We're going to get activated with each other, and we're going to, talk about how amazing the dares that we've done so far are. But you can join us, and it is going to be so paramount to creating the story within you and getting it out. And I would love to have you join us. And it's only $47. It is going to be so enlightening. And then when you sign up with my link, you also get a recording I created yesterday. It is a Find Your Story activation where I do a guided visualization and everything, going through creating massive shifts with the Find Your Story. You're going to be amazed, and I would love, love, love to have you join. So I'm going to put the link in the comments, because you have to be signed up before 4 p.m. Tomorrow on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, in order to get the recording and to actually get in. I think it's probably, I don't know that anybody can get in after that, because we've just kept the doors open for a little bit longer. And I've got a space for just a few more people, not a lot. So if you want to get in while you still can, please do it, because you are going to find such gold in this Find Your Story challenge that it's going to change your life. I promise you. And the connections that you will make in the process, delicious. So anyway, have an amazing day. Hopefully I'll see you today at the Hustle and Flow party. And then I will see your little link that says that you've joined, and I will send you information. I'll send you an email with the links and how to get on the Zoom on Sunday. And on Sundays when I'll be giving everybody the recording. So join us. Mwah.